everybody, NerdDad5000 back with another reaction video. If this is your first time at the channel, take a second and click that subscribe button. It's easy. All you have to do is... and you're subscribed. Also take a second to click that bell icon so you continue to get notifications of every time I release a new video. If this is not your first time at the channel, welcome back as always. Didn't even know this was a thing. I was just jumping around through some of my favorite channels, seeing whatever other people were reacting to. Specifically, I was looking to see what people were saying about the Lightyear trailer, so I went to one of my favorite channels, which is Previewed with Jay and Adam. Jay. And I realized that there was a Firestarter trailer for a new version of Firestarter that's coming out in a few months, I think May. I didn't even know this was a thing, but they had a reaction to the trailer, so I didn't watch it yet. I always go, after I react to stuff, there's a couple of handful, 5 or 6 channels I like to go to see what their reactions were like to the trailers. So after I do mine, I'll go back and watch theirs. But yeah, new version of Stephen King's Firestarter. Now, I was a really big fan of the original one. A lot of it was filmed pretty close to where I live. There, if you remember the movie, there was a scene where they went to a little small town and a lake house, and they were going to stay there. Well, the little small town is Chimney Rock. The lake they're staying on is Lake Lure, which is a little bit south of Asheville, and I grew up not quite as far south of Asheville as Chimney Rock and Lake Lure, and I've been down to Lake Lure during the summer because they've got a beach down there where you can go and swim. And if you know Chimney Rock and Lake Lure, then you also know that a lot of Last of the Mohicans was filmed there near Chimney Rock. Some of it was filmed in Chimney Rock Park, like the scenes where they were up on the cliffs running along, and where, spoilers if you haven't seen it, one of the main characters gets tossed off the side by the bad guy. Yeah, have really loved Firestarter since it came out. Drew Barrymore was in the original, and David Keith was her dad? I think it's David Keith. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Now they've got this new version. Like I say, didn't know anything about it. Don't know who's in it. So this is a almost 3-minute trailer. So, official trailer for the new Firestarter. Let's see what this thing has to show us.
Daddy.
What's going on, sweetie?
Ooh, Blumhouse. Okay, so it should be good.
Something's changing.
You remember the tools we taught you, right?
Pencil, desk, paper, shoes. You're weird. Everything okay, Charlie? It happened again.
What happened?
The bad thing.
If you ever start to lose control, what do you do?
It didn't work.
She's not a robot, Andy. She's a little girl. With little girl emotions, which are wildly unpredictable.
Charlie?
She just has to shove it down and keep it hidden.
Our responsibility is getting her ready.
Our responsibility is to protect her.
Charlie?
If they catch her, they're gonna put her in a cage.
Charlie?
They're gonna run tests on her for the rest of her life. We'll never see her again.
So it sounds like a similar storyline. They know that the government's looking for her.
Me?
Ooh, she blew up the teacher.
Something's happened. I need it handled with discretion. And I need her back alive.
Holy shit. Do you know what it means to be on the run?
Bad men are after us. Really bad.
I hate living like this!
You're special, Charlie.
I'm not special, I'm a monster! Charlie!
Oh, we've seen that scene in the original. She accidentally catches the mom on fire.
Charlie?
Don't be stupid.
Where's Mommy?
Do you feel that? Let her go or it's gonna get a lot worse.
Where's Mommy? Tell me now!
She's the first of her kind.
Oh, it's red.
A real life superhero.
You need to understand how to use it. It can't be a reaction. It's gotta be a decision.
Oh, she blew up the crow.
It's the only way that you can control it.
She's becoming a young woman.
I'm not going to jail.
And someday soon,
You're gonna change the
Oh,
world.
I like him.
she may be capable of a nuclear explosion.
Run, Charlie! On your knees!
Simply with the force of her mind. The whole world's going to hell.
Oh, I like him too.
Promise me that you'll never use your gifts to hurt people.
I'll only hurt bad people, I promise.
Trust me, Charlie. You don't have to be afraid. Please,
I can help you.
Liar, liar. Pants on fire. I don't want to hurt anyone, but it feels kind of good.
All right. Oh, streaming on Peacock. I signed up for Peacock so I could watch the Olympics, so maybe I'll keep Peacock so I can watch this. Yeah, that really looks kind of good. Looks like they're going definitely more horror. It's Blumhouse, so of course it's going to be more horror, it's going to be more violent, it's going to be more bloody, and especially since the other one was out in the 80s, and now this is, the world we live in now. This is going to be lots of people getting burned, lots of things getting blown up, Charlie just releasing her power on everybody. Let's go back. This looked like a really good cast. Let me take a second and look up everybody who's in this. Hold on. All right, so it's Zac Efron. Of course, everybody knows who Zac Efron is as the dad in this. Vicky is played by Sydney Lemmon, and it says she was in the Fear the Walking Dead and Succession. I don't necessarily recognize her. I have watched Fear the Walking Dead. I just don't remember her specifically from that show. Daughter Charlie. Charlie is played by Kiera Armstrong from American Horror Story, double feature, and The Tomorrow War. I kind of gave up on American Horror Story after the first couple of seasons, so I don't know who she is, and I haven't seen Tomorrow War. Yes, Kurtwood Smith, I thought that was him from that 70s show. And then John Beasley from The Purge, Anarchy, and Sum of All Fears, and Gloria Rubin's long way back from ER. That's the first thing I remember seeing her on. And yeah, she was in Lincoln and Mr. Robot. Oh, the Firestarter score is composed by the legendary John Carpenter. I think we all know who John Carpenter is. And his fellow Halloween franchise composers, Cody Carpenter. Okay, so the music is by John Carpenter. All right, so yeah, this movie is sounding better and better. So let's go back and see some of the interesting things that took place in the trailer. Shows her starting out. She's playing with a lighter. And then Dad's got her, I don't know if he's working on like some calming down. So remember here, think about this to keep her calmed down. She has a blow up at school. She has a fit because some kids are making fun of her, and she tries to hold it in. She goes into the bathroom, turns on all the faucets because, as we saw in the original movie, she can like focus her power somewhere, and that kind of, if she focuses it into a sink of water and that boils away, that means she's not boiling away a person. But she loses control. Teacher kind of gets not really blown up, but blasted back by the heat wave. We see Gloria Rubin's talking on the phone, calling in the guy that's going to come hunt her down. And same thing happened in the original movie, and that was, he was in Patton. Why can't I remember his name? Hold on. I'm going to feel bad when I see who it is, and I couldn't remember. No, not Patton Oswalt. Patton movie, 1970. George C. Scott. George C. Scott played the guy who was hunting her down in the original movie, and I think this is probably, let me see, Firestarter 2022. So Michael Grey Eyes is playing the guy who's tracking Charlie down in this one, and he's good. I've seen him in a few other things. I think he was in, what was that thing on Netflix? V-Wars, about the vampires, the virus that makes people into vampires, and then there's like a war coming, and it got canceled after the first season, even though there was a cliffhanger. But yeah, so he's playing the guy who is chasing her down, and then she sets the mom on fire accidentally, which happened in the original movie where the parents were having a fight, and then they were kind of fussing at her, and she sets the mom on fire. Kurtwood Smith must be like the head guy who is, he's the reason that they're, I don't know why they would be looking for Charlie to help him, but seems like there was a guy in the original. It was Martin Sheen was in the original one, and he was like the guy who was the head of the project that did the testing that caused Charlie and the dad to have their powers. Now, I don't know if Dad has powers in this. In the original one, he did, because him and the wife were part of some government experiment. They survived when a lot of people died, and then when they had Charlie, she also had powers, but they were different. Dad's was like mind control, and Charlie's was, of course, fire. So maybe he's the one who was in charge of the experiment. So Gloria Rubin's is there meeting with him to see, you know, if he has any information. Oh, here he is. He's caught her, and she's making everything hot, and oh yeah, he gets blasted back. Kurtwood Smith is worried that she might cause a nuclear explosion one day, which was similar to their fears in the original movie, was that she was going to, you know, get angry one day and crack the planet. And here they are. This must be the farmhouse scene where they're on the run and they hide at these folks' farmhouse, but they get tracked down, but then Dad and Charlie kind of fight them off. But then they make them leave after that. So, and that must be him. He must be the farmer. Instead of Art Carney was the original farmer whose house they stayed at. So this is, I forget his name. I'm so bad with names, even actors I like. He is, show me some more. Why isn't there any more? All right, I'll just go to IMDb. Show me the full cast. No, show me the full cast. Why can't show me the full cast? All casting crew. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't say who he is. Why is he not in the list of all the casting? Gavin, Heavy, Principal Lewis, Scarter. Anyway, I can't think of anything he's been in or I'd look up. But I really like him. Look like, yeah, he's in this flannel shirt, and it looks like he's laying there on the ground. So in the original version, he gets shot, not killed, just hurt. I'll only use my powers against the bad guys, I promise. Which she ends up having to do to get them out of the place, even though... Spoiler, sorry. Oh, but in the original movie, Charlie never said, oh, it feels kind of good using my powers on the bad guys. So this might be a little twist in the story. And then, yeah, the big fight at the end where she just unleashes on these guys to try to escape. So, yeah, May 13th, it's March, April, May. 3 months. 3 months till this comes out. We'll probably see some more from it we'll probably see more trailers, more stuff from the movie between now and then. There'll be like a final trailer, I'm sure. Really looks good, and can't wait to see it. I was getting ready to do my usual close, but let me pop back for a second. Hopefully they do a good job with a Stephen King book, because there's a long history of Stephen King movies from his books being hit or miss. The new version of Pet Sematary that they made was not good. I've watched it once. The original version, for all of its 80s cheesiness and bad special effects, and was such a much better movie, and I would watch it again before I would watch this new version again. So hopefully this is not going to be the same thing where the original version was great and this new version is going to be bad. Guess we'll have to see. But anyway, like I was saying, if you like what you see, please click subscribe. The easiest way is the little red square that's right over here where my fingers maybe look like fire. I don't know. If you like what you see, please click the bell icon so you continue to get notifications of any time I release a new video. If you like what you see, please click like. Likes are super important, not only to my channel, but to all other channels, because the more likes we get, the more our videos get out there, which helps our channels grow, which helps us make more videos, which helps us make more things that hopefully you will like. So yeah, please click the like button. What are you hoping to see in this movie? Do you want them to stay like kind of, you know, I haven't actually read this book. I've only ever seen the first movie, so I don't know how different from the book the first movie was. Maybe I'll have to get the book and read it so that I can see the difference between the book and the first movie and this movie. You know, if you've read the book and something didn't appear in the first movie, put that in the comments. But anything about the original movie or this new movie or the book, put that in the comments. I will get back to you as soon as I can. And until next time, this has been Nerd Dad 5000. I will see you later.